Today, the lesson will focus on including in-text citations, giving credit to the author of direct quotes. So we're going to begin with an example of a direct quote in text. You can see that there are quotation marks on either side of the direct quote, followed by the author's last name in parentheses. Punctuation is at the end of the sentence. You have your quotation marks on either end at the beginning and end of each direct quote. You have your parentheses at the beginning and end of the in-text citation, and the punctuation at the end of the sentence after the in-text citation. So here's a few different examples. When there is an author name, the in-text citation is the author's last name. So if my works cited looks like this, the author's last name is highlighted in yellow for the video purpose. And I will quote the information directly, followed by the author's last name in parentheses and punctuation at the end. Now, if you have two authors, the in-text citation is the last name of both authors. So my works cited, you can see I highlighted in yellow Fry, Fisher, because they are the authors. And I do the direct quote exactly the same. I put the direct quote in parentheses, followed by, let me rephrase that. I put the direct quote in quotations, and following the direct quote, at the very end of the sentence, I have in parentheses Fry and Fisher with a period at the end of the sentence. When there are three or more authors, the in-text citation is the last name of the first author, followed by et al. The short phrase et al shows the reader there are more than three. There are three more authors. So you can see in this one I have Benson, I have Daniel, and I have Rebecca Valentine. There's three authors. Instead of including all three authors' last names, I just include the highlighted one, and I have my direct quote in quotation marks, followed by parentheses, Benson, et al, with a period, parentheses, end of sentence includes a period. Now, many of you have information that came from articles that do not have an author name. So then the in-text citation is the title of the article sandwiched between quotes. So if this is my works cited example, I have the title of my article in quotes, Education is a Civil Right. Then my direct quote is in quotation marks, followed by the parentheses and the title of the article in quotation marks, parentheses, and a period at the end. When there is not an author name, then the in-text citation is the title of the article sandwiched between quotes. If there's more than one article with the same name, then include the next word following the title. So many of you found that you had numerous articles with the exact same title, so then just include the next word in the title. I had Little Rock 9 from Gale Student Resources. I also had Little Rock 9 from Research and Context. So then I would include the next word following the title. So here's my direct quote with the in-text citation immediately after, parentheses, the title of the article in quotes, Gale, parentheses, period at the end. So, as you are working through the in-text citations, make sure that you are paying attention to writing your in-text citation appropriately. If it has one author, then you have the author's name in parentheses, period, at the end of the sentence. If there are two authors, you have both authors' name separated by the word and, period at the end of the sentence. If you have three authors, then it's just the first name in the list of authors, followed by et al., that's in parentheses, period at the end. If you only have the article title or the book title, then you would put the title of the article in quotation marks within those parentheses, period at the end. So as you continue your work with your in-text citations, your revisions, your editing, make sure that you are including in-text citations appropriately so you can give credit to the author where you gathered your research.